football. It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, interesting stuff, and this has been a very, very discussed topic here on True School Sports because it's been a very discussed topic just in all of boxing. Everybody and anybody in boxing has been talking about this because this has been a very, very interesting story. Now, Edgar Berlanga, we know that his stock has taken some hits, even though he hasn't lost. His performances as of late against the likes of like Romero Angulo, Steve Rolls, and these kind of guys, they haven't been, the best performances. And a lot of people don't really believe in him the way they used to. One of those people happened to be the whole umbrella known as Top Rank Boxing Incorporated. They got rid of him because they felt like that he wasn't ready for the big fights. Edgar says he felt like he is ready for the big fights, so they mutually parted ways. He's got some value, some real value. He's a ticket seller. He moves the needle. And so because of that, you had PBC after him, Golden Boy after him. But as I kind of anticipated, he has done what I thought he would do, which is sign a deal with Matchroom Boxing. So as of now, as it stands right now, Edgar Berlanga is in fact a Matchroom Boxing fighter. And here's what he said in regards to being a Matchroom Boxing fighter, and then I will then dissect from there. He stated the following, and I quote, I'm excited to start my new journey with the best promoter in the world, the legend, Eddie Hearn. I'm looking to build my legacy in the sport of boxing. I want to thank my manager, Keith Conley, my father, Edgar Berlanga Sr., who were instrumental in guiding me towards this amazing opportunity. I'm looking for the big fights, and I know that signing with Matchroom was the right choice to get me to where I want to go. I'm humbled by this opportunity, and I will dedicate myself to becoming the best 168-pounder in the world. My main goal is to land the Canelo Alvarez fight and renew the greatest rivalry in boxing, Mexico versus Puerto Rico. So, there you have it. Now, that fight, if Edgar could actually fight his way into contention and be worthy of getting that fight would just be a monster event, a mega event here in the States. No doubt about it. Honestly, just being honest, personally, I really don't care for Canelo versus Berlanga because I feel like there's a better fight that could be made. Now, I know boxing is a business, so what I'm going to say might sound a little bit delusional. It may sound like, yo, BT, like, you need to just, stop thinking about boxing as a sport and you need to think of it as a business. But no, with all due respect, and please excuse my language, fuck that. I understand the business of boxing. I get it. I understand it on a very deep level. But I'm still a boxing fan, and I'm going to push for my best interest as a boxing fan. And truth be told, in my best interest as a boxing fan, Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga ain't it. Why? Because there's other fights that I'd rather see Canelo Alvarez in than against Edgar Berlanga. I want to see Canelo versus Demetrius Andre. That's one that I'm probably not gonna get, but I'd rather see it than Edgar Berlanga. I'd rather see him fight, Bivol again than fight Berlanga. I would rather see him fight Beterbiev if he wants to go to 175 again and try that out. David Morrell. Maybe a Caleb Plant rematch if he beats Benavidez. And if Benavidez beats Plant, then Benavidez versus Canelo. There's 4 or 5 fights that I'd rather see for Canelo than Edgar Berlanga, right? And so Edgar Berlanga is a younger guy. I understand he wants the Canelo fight because it's a big payday. So please, by all means, go chase it. Go be great. And if you can go show some growth as a fighter and give me some encouraging signs, then maybe I'll start pushing for it. But the fight I really want to see, and this is the fight I'm pushing for because I really think it's a much more interesting fight. I want to see Edgar Berlanga in about a year's time, maybe a year and a half. I'm saying 2-3 fights. I would like to see him fight Diego Pacheco, the young fighter from Matchroom. The really good young fighter, Diego Pacheco. He's someone that I really think is going to be a world champion. I rate him highly. He's 21 years old right now, from LA, South Central's very own Diego Pacheco. He's got some things to prove himself. He's right now as it stands, he's 17-0, 14 knockouts. He's got a step-up fight coming up March 11th on the Callum Smith undercard against Jack Cullen. Jack Cullen is a good step-up for him. So I'm thinking, look, right now as it stands, Pacheco is ranked number 9 in the WBO. Berlanga is ranked number 4 in the WBO. So they're kind of close in ranking. They're not that far apart from each other in ranking. Now they're both with the same promotional company. Diego Pacheco is Mexican. Berlanga is Puerto Rican. I'm just saying. To me, that's the Puerto Rico versus Mexico fight I really want to see. Like, Canelo Alvarez, that's like played out. I don't want to see that bullshit. Like, Canelo has bigger fish to fry. Canelo has better fighters to fight, to be honest with you, than Edgar Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga has a lot to prove. So obviously, if he proves himself, then I know for a fact, because Eddie Hearn's already talking about it. Eddie Hearn in that same article, like I read you his quotes. Eddie Hearn literally said, "Look, I'm delighted to have won the race for Edgar Berlanga's signature. It is no surprise that everyone wanted to snap him up. He's got a great fan base. He's a real character, and most importantly, he can do business in a spectacular fashion in the ring. Edgar wants to be a world champion and fight. The fight he wants is Canelo. We are plotting a route for him to land that showdown with Canelo, and Edgar is ready to take on the best the 168-pound division has to offer and prove he is ready to meet the champion in a classic Mexico versus Puerto Rico blockbuster." So Eddie Hearn signed Edgar with the sole purpose, because he saw dollar signs, with the sole purpose of him fighting Canelo Alvarez, right? Now, he's saying that they have a route to get him to that spot. And I guarantee you, like, I just know how boxing is. I guarantee you that route does not include Diego Pacheco. Why? Because Diego Pacheco is still 21, and I'm sure he's going to want to bring Diego along a bit slower, because Diego is, for those of you who don't know, let me give you a little history lesson. When Eddie Hearn came to the States and he started snapping up young American talent, some of the first crop of guys he signed to Matchroom Boxing USA were Mark Castro, Arthur Jones III, Nikita Abibi, Raymond Ford, Austin Ammo Williams, and Diego Pacheco. Now, most of those guys I named you guys have either lost, like Arthur Jones III, they've looked bad in fights like Raymond Ford and Nikita Abibi, or they've just been kind of meh. They've been kind of solid. They haven't really lit the world on fire like Mark Castro. The only guys of that crop that really have stood out and done anything and have fought their way into position of being contenders in their respective weight classes have been Austin Ammo Williams and Diego Pacheco. Now, I've been adamant since 2019 that I think Diego Pacheco is Eddie Hearn's best American talent. So for those reasons, I don't think that fight's going to happen, but I'm still advocating for it. I feel like if Edgar does his thing, right? If Edgar does his thing and he shows that growth, and let's just say, because Diego Pacheco, he may be 21 years old, but anybody who's watched him fight knows that Diego Pacheco fights beyond his age. His maturity level is beyond his age. The kid barely talks. He's stoic. He's mature. He's like a 27-year-old in a 21-year-old body. He's that advanced. So I feel like in a year's time, 18 months' time, he'll be ready for a fight with Edgar Berlanga. And I feel like Canelo Alvarez will have bigger fish to fight, so an Edgar Berlanga fight won't happen. You know, honestly, even if he does get into contention. So this is the fight I'm advocating for. I want Diego Pacheco versus Edgar Berlanga. Mexico versus Puerto Rico. South Central Los Angeles versus Brooklyn, New York. That's the fight we need to happen in boxing. Because stylistically, it's a good fight. Like, Edgar Berlanga is a big, strong, hard punching, slugging guy who makes for good fights when he has the right style in front of him. Diego Pacheco, he's a guy that, you know, long, rangy, has deep amateur pedigree, can box, can punch, can knock you out. They both have very exciting styles, and I feel like they'd mesh well in the ring. And being that they're both so young and they're both, you know, just doing their thing, I feel like this is the fight that I really want to see. But I know I'm probably not going to get it, so I'm going to have to settle for Edgar Berlanga probably fighting Canelo Alvarez late in 2024, you know. So that's the news. Edgar Berlanga is officially a Matchroom fighter. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you want to see him fight? And is there anybody out there that agrees with me? I'm not saying I want him to fight Diego Pacheco next, but what I'm saying is in a year's time, 2 or 3 fights time, I would like to see Edgar Berlanga versus Diego Pacheco more than Canelo. So is there anybody out there, and I know that's a hot take, but is there anybody out there that agrees with me? Would you rather see Edgar Berlanga versus Diego Pacheco or Edgar Berlanga versus Canelo? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm sure I'll get some good responses. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe. Continue to support True School Sports. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.